Shenanigans, back again, and welcome to 42Craft. I want to show you around the base today. I got a lot of things to update on. I haven't really done a video about the base. So first off, I've dug out another room. I'm getting into Thaumcraft. I need to turn tin, well, I'm turning tin into copper. Need a lot of copper because I'm going to get into ore quadrupling through Mekanism. See, I've dug out a little area here. Nothing major. This is kind of the base proper. And as you can tell, I've got quite a bit of machinery going on. I'm up to ore tripling using the purification chamber from Mekanism. That will turn the ores into, what is it, like clumps? I think something like that. They go into the crusher, and then the process goes all the way through and end up with triple the ores. So we'll see some other things here. These are some project tables. Using that to set up for mayonnaise, and then fish sandwiches. I have all that fish over there out on the coast. And then finally I grab that and some lettuce, which I've gotten, and make leafy fish sandwiches, which you can see in the old hotbar. Very tasty stuff. Don't mind that guy over there. Yeah, don't mind him. Anyway, we've also got this very small chicken farm that is providing me with eggs and lots of feathers. And I originally needed lots of feathers. The eggs were a nice byproduct. Worked well with the leafy chicken, or leafy fish sandwich, that is. Tastes like chicken. That's what it is. But, yeah, we got a bunch of chickens in here. About maybe 10 or 12. And they produce all that. And all the extra stuff, just because of server lag, we don't want extra items floating around. So all the extra items get dropped off. There's a hopper down here. And underneath the hopper is an Immersive Engineering, what do they call that? It's a dropper, what is that? A dropper conveyor belt, I believe? Or dropping conveyor belt. And that goes into lava. And we don't seem to have like a trash bin or something like that. Anyway, there we go. So what else did I want to show you? Well, I've got a little more expansion here. I've got a lot of boots. Little room in here, which is running a sludge boiler. There's a planter. You can see there's barley right now in the bin. Up above is a small greenhouse with planter and all that stuff from MineFactory Reloaded. And I've been using that to get a bunch of different types of crops. So I had melons prior. I'm using barley now because I need, well, two reasons. I want the bread so I can make the sandwiches. And I also want the potentia, which comes off of barley seeds. And I can use that to help make my tin into copper. Like I said, I'm going to need a lot of copper because getting into ore quadrupling and Mekanism requires these massive tanks. Lots of copper. Anyway, over here, you remember I had this little hallway? Well, this is now the fossils and archaeology room. It's, not pretty right now as of yet, but got everything here, the analyzer, the sifter, got some anomalous coal. Here, let me grab some of this coal. You look at it, 263:2. This is 263. This coal, you can't seem to use in some things. It'll burn, like in a furnace, for fuel, but otherwise, it won't stack with this coal, and yeah, it's really odd. So, anomalous coal. Alright, so what else? Sifter, if you're not familiar with that, you can put sand, dirt, gravel, things like that. They'll go into the sifter and turn into items. Both the analyzer and the sifter can be used with Mekanism pipes, so you can just pull those straight out. You can use hoppers as well. And yeah, getting all kinds of things like that. A potato and some pottery shards. I definitely want to mess around with those. Some pretty cool stuff. And for storage, got some more bins for all that. All kinds of goodies there. The culture vat. Workbench, some numerous different things, blocks and all that good stuff. But yeah, anything in here? We got a couple things. I really like this. I want to find a special place to plant this, and I don't want people to break it because it's so cool. You have to see it one of these days. But anyway, all right, so off we go. Actually, before we go any farther, it's night. I want to show you around something else. You might notice this stuff here. We've got some dynamic glass and dynamic tank. That's holding essence, mob essence, which is basically XP. So I'd like to introduce you to Amateur science. G-Dance Johnson here for Amateur Science. We do what we want because we shouldn't. Today we're going to look at test chamber 1, the slime vat. Inside the slime vat we've got our research assistant, of course, Mr. Slimoo. Slimoo, how you doing? Good, good. And we have a couple of test subjects here, as you can see. Everything's going well. Slimoo, take care of yourself. So what is this, you say? Well, have you ever been tired of not having experience, get killed a lot? Maybe get creamed by creepers, skunked by skellies? Well, we've got a solution. First, we're going to need some sticks. So let's get a whole bunch of sticks. While those are going, we're going to go ahead and get some feathers. A stack of feathers will be fine. So you take your sticks, take your feathers. You bring them into the chamber. Of course, you'll have to sign a waiver that states that we are not responsible for any death, injury, or damage caused by entering the chamber. Assuming that, we'll go on. It's all perfectly safe, I'm sure. So, what do we do? Very simple. You open this chest, put in some sticks, and you put in some feathers. You sit back and enjoy the show. Those are dispensers, ladies and gentlemen. Those dispensers shoot what's called slime arrows. Give them a moment to craft, they'll be ready to go. And we're off. So, as you can see here, the slimes get shot right at you for maximum entertainment value. And then they come face to face with the grinder. Of course, you can see they have hats, so more entertainment value. Of course, those slime balls get sucked up into the system and sent back around to make yet more slime arrows. So, what's the other byproduct? Well, mob essence. You watch as there you go, you can see the mob essence filling now. It's used for mob essence, you say. Well, remember we were talking about experience before? That's exactly what we've got. We've got all kinds of great uses with that. It's a miracle of modern science. What you do here is you pipe this over here into an auto enchanter. You can make yourself all kinds of great enchantable things. Another use for it is to give the experience directly to yourself. All you need is a handy dandy straw, patent pending, and drink up. Just like this. Oh, refreshing. Absolutely refreshing. And good for you, too. Warning, may cause blindness, nausea, dizziness, or halitosis. So that concludes our tour of Amateur Science Labs, test chamber number 1. G-Dance Johnson signing out. Alright, enough fooling around. Another thing you can do with all this XP, of course, is you can use it with the typesetting table and the printing press. Take enchanted books, which you can imagine we got from the Fisher, and we can get copies of books, and yeah, you can get copies of enchanted books, and all kinds of great stuff. So pretty cool. So finally, I want to go outside. I want to show you a couple of things that I've done. We're gonna come up here real quick, like. Of course, you know we have the windmills. I've added some extra capacitors. We go to here to the greenhouse. Of course, this is the greenhouse where we've got the harvester. Just putting in barley for now, and we change it up as we go. Yeah, nice little greenhouse. The other big thing, and of course you can probably see it from here. We'll get to that. It's a lighthouse. But while we're here, you can see we've got some more powered lanterns and some balloons from Mekanism. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Makes this place look much nicer. And one other thing I wanted to talk about before we get to the lighthouse, and that is I now have warded, paving stone of warding for the sheep. The reason for that is, man, I have had the worst luck with these sheep. So let me talk about that for just a moment, right? So I started out with just wooden fences around here, and the sheep were getting out. And I even, I blocked off where the, the rancher is. Didn't help. Didn't help at all. So I switched over to like solid blocks with like slabs on it, and as I'd come back around the farm, a lot of them would end up suffocating, and my sheep were dying. So they're either escaping or dying. Finally, I decided to go with this, the paved stone of warding from Thaumcraft, and it does better. I have noticed that they've been getting out, and Cam and I we've discovered that the sheep, they are in cahoots with Enderman, and so they're teleporting out. I mean, that's the only logical explanation. And Cam had a recent problem in his base where the Enderman. Did you see it? Did you see that Enderman? He was right there. They were dropping off pearls. Yeah, and he's the leader. Of course, you can tell. Yeah, I know your plan, buddy. All right. So the lighthouse itself. Let's go take a look. Oh, another real quick thing. Show you got a little work on the water wheel, pretty it up just a little bit. Now we'll go to the lighthouse. Of course, this is made using mainly basalt and marble, and there's a lot of carpenter's blocks, things like that. Of course, it's raining, but anyway, we'll get through it. So we've got captain's log there, and this is where I've put the fisher. You see the fisher right there, and a chest, of course, on top of it, and then mechanism pipes all the way up. And I've placed all that stuff that was in the, just on the gravel on the beach. It just looked, just nasty. I've made the storage a little bit better. This will probably be my storage area. And then I'm using a combination of Mekanism and Immersive Engineering wiring for powered lanterns to keep this place, mob-free, and to power some other things. And one thing that's kind of cool, this wire here, I'm using a Microblocks to cut the hole in here. I actually placed these panels first and then hooked up the wire, and because it saw the extra empty space, it made it said it was fine, which is kind of cool. I was really surprised that it would work that way. But yeah, pretty neat. So, but yeah, you can go in here and grab what you want from the bins. Come on up, and you can see that we've got a couple layers of those. And then finally, we've got a multi-page chest, which has even more stuff all the time. And also, I've got bookcases, and enchanted books that get fished up will get delivered directly to the bookcases. I was happy to find out that Mechanism pipes, because the bookcases, they're really just inventories, chests, if you will, for books, can pipe right on up like that. So I'm pretty happy with that. And so then we'll come on up to the top. Like I said, I got a lot of extra space. A couple of levels here. And finally, we're at the top of the lighthouse. There's a floodlight from Immersive Engineering to give that more realistic type idea. It doesn't give out quite a bright light. I'm sure if I had shaders or something, you could see an actual cone. But that's what it does. It's a huge cone of light. We talked about maybe setting up some kind of rotational system, but then we figured it would probably lag incredibly. But yeah, here we go. Go up on the top here and see our little balcony around the lighthouse. Then I'll go ahead and fly on out. You get a better look at it. Like I said, it's Carpenter's blocks and a little bit of chisel. And yeah, you can see it's all rounded out for the most part. Yeah, there we go. That's what we got for the base. So you can tell it's not raining. I realized I had a little bit of a short episode for today. So I think we're going to finish it off by looking. We're going to try something a little interesting here we have not done before. Going to come down to the things here. I'm looking for my mystery safari nets. As you can see in my inventory right here, I've got a mystery egg, and I also have some mystery safari nets which come up from the fisher. So go find them. Remember where they're at. Are you over here? Maybe there we go. Let's just grab 3 of those, and yeah, let's go back up here. So I'm going to go ahead and open 3 mystery safari nets. If anything interesting comes out, we'll catch it with this safari net. Otherwise, yeah, whatever happens, happens. All right, here we go. Number 1. We got a sheep. Hi, sheep. All right, not quite as exciting as I'd hoped. Let's try again. All right, let's try it at 2. We got a squid, and I don't think you're gonna last long out here. Yeah, I'm sorry. And finally, sheep. Maybe you can help him out. Can you help him out? No. Aren't you a doctor? No. All right. Final net. Oh, aghast! Okay. Well, that happened. Yep. We'll fix that later. On the bright side, we got gunpowder and a gas tier. Cool. Probably should have captured that, but yeah. Well, that's fine. We can go ahead and get him in the nether, and let's see what happens with this mystery egg. What? Are you my friend? Hi. Sheep, meet my new friend. Strength, speed, fire resistance? It's a pretty cool friend. Can we make you stay? Yeah. No? You still gonna follow me? Well, we'll figure you out. But yeah. There we go, guys. A new friend. So, yeah. I will see you guys next time on 42Craft. Take care.